In this video, guys, we are going to be changing the upper control arms on my 2023 Chevy Silverado, which I believe is a must-do mod. Stay tuned. You're probably thinking, Brennan, it's a 2023. Why would you replace the upper control arms? Because they're prone to failing, guys. I'll show you guys a bunch of pictures here. You guys search it, you'll see what I mean. They fail. The ball joint itself, the upper ball joint just deletes, and your tire's in and you're left stranded. So that is one of the reasons why I'm changing it, and also because in the future I will be lifting my truck, and once you lift it, it's even more prone to failing. This brand is called Flashark. They were kind enough to send me the upper control arms for this truck, so we're gonna install them, and they are meant for lifted application. Also, guys, these new upper control arms, they also do offer more articulation and more movement, which is good, especially with a lifted vehicle. But going off-road, you want some more flex from the front here. All right, guys, let's quickly unbox our control arms. And these look amazing, guys. Check these out. That is clean. Nice thick welds. Heavy duty, that's for sure. Little shark on it, that's sick. Quick pull this guy out. So this has an R on it, just to make sure you put it on the right proper side. The ball joints are also greasable, guys. This is great for maintenance. All right, guys, these look amazing. Let's go install them on the truck. All right, guys, first thing we're gonna do is jack up the truck and take the wheel off. All right, we're lifted off. Make sure to grab your wheel lock nut if you have one. All we have to do is take this off, our back bolts there, and just take our sensor off there. However, that might not be the case because those bolts do come back towards the spring, so you might end up taking our whole shock out. Just to make sure we don't stretch these or break these, we're gonna pop these off. So this is just a 10 mil. I'm gonna do it there and at the bottom here, just so we don't stretch it. One on the back here as well. So that's an 18 milli. Freaking launched it. There we go. Now I'm gonna keep it on just a little bit. There we go. You guys see it pop free? Looks like the strut's gonna have to come out, guys. So, all right, we're unscrewing the strut. It's gonna take a hot minute with a wrench. Gotta love new trucks, guys. They're just so much random stuff, plastic everywhere. Gonna get it, run a big extendo through the top here. Oh, there we go. There's one nut off for the spring. Get these front two here. Trusty 18 mil. Little spinner till the cows come home. All right, guys, let's turn our focus down to the bottom here. 2 bolts for the bottom of the strut. This is where you'd put your leveling, little level spacer if you wanted to do that at the same time. All right, 15 mil, guys, on the bottom of the strut. We're gonna pop out our sway bar link too, guys, over here on this end, and 18. Now we should have enough room to remove that when the time comes. All right, we got it loose, guys. It's to the point where now I'm hand threading the nuts here. So let's pop out our tie rod end on this side. I'm gonna take the rest of the control arm out. There we go. Okay, my knuckles completely out of the way, yeah. Now we got lots of room to pull this guy out. All right, now we can actually get to what we're in here for. You see how loose that is already, guys? Like, honestly, like, this is a 2023. Like, that's like, look, pinky. 21 there, 21 on the back. And there's no way you can do this with the strut in, guys, so just go straight for removing the strut. Come on, baby. Get out of there. There is 2, and out she goes. Quick comparison, guys. I mean, look at these two. So this is the Beef Boy tubular design, increased flex. This is the stock Chevy one. This is actually aluminum, guys. Yeah, steel, aluminum. Aluminum upper control arms on a truck. That's wild. So big difference though. I mean, these are beefy boys. Like, I'm really excited to put these in. You guys can see it's harder to move this one than it is this little flimsy guy. All right, guys, now that we've seen them side by side, let's go and install our beautiful upper control arm. Oh yeah, nice fit there. Give her a little shimmy shake. There we go. Shimmy shake the other side. It is nice to work on new things, guys, like, because there's no rust involved with this, unlike every other vehicle I own. There is more plastic, but I would rather worry about plastic than rust. You won't be able to tighten these once you put the shock back in. Where she should stay. All right, now this side. Yeah. One more for the kids in the back. Yeah. Beauty. Look at that bad boy right there, folks. That's looking good already. So next thing we'll go to is putting our shock back in. That should be the next step, so that's all out of the way. We're gonna slide our strut back in, find the holes. Yeah, let's get this guy up here. Let's thread a nut on here, make this easier on ourselves. While it's low. Let's tilt this guy over and get our tie rod back in. Just holding that in. Second strut bolt going in. Put a jack under this side. Right about there. Drop this slowly, make sure everything lines up. Oh. Put the new bolt started on there. Need to drop it even more. All right, that guy's on. Let's go back up. All right, everything is loosely on. So that means tighten it all back up. There it is, guys, all back together. Everything is tightened up. All right, guys, I got my grease gun. I'm gonna grease it up. I'm super excited with how these look awesome. We're going to be moving over to the other side, basically the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna quickly do this and then we'll come back to it. All right, guys, I got the driver's side out. It wasn't bad. It's kind of the same old. Got some shaved knuckles though. You can see it's all apart. There's just that plastic thing up there and it just takes forever because I'm using a wrench, just turning it like a hair at a time on all three. You can't get access from up here that I know. I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble it all, guys, and we'll test it out. I had my phone connected to my truck, so all my audio is muted. I also had the lug nut keys still on my wheel, and I took it for a test spin and lost it halfway down the street, but I found it. It's all good. I went for a drive, and it was great, guys. I mean, they do make a difference. Just make sure you install them on a lifted vehicle. Do not install them on stock ride height because they will not sit at the right angles. They need to be at least 2 to 4 inches. In this video, they're installed at ride height, but 2 days later, installed a 2-inch lift up front, level kit. So now it's back to being at better height. Install only on lifted vehicles, but I think they're great, guys. I mean, they extend your travel. They're great. I feel safer having these in than the stock ones. It's not too much different in terms of handling, just because the factory one's still pretty new and this is a new part. So like you won't notice like a crazy difference, but you will in travel. And if your control arms are worn out, you'll definitely notice a difference. These are tight, so they feel great, guys. I love them so far. And I'm fired up to hit the trails. If you guys want to buy these, make sure you guys use my coupon code. Get those junky stock ones out of there that are going to break. Use the coupon code, guys. Check out their stuff. They have a website full of stuff. I will be also doing more stuff to the Chevy, guys, if you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this build. It's a daily driver / camper build. The little mods I do to it, I think, make a big difference. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.